I originally wasn't gonna talk about this at all. I just watched it to watch it, but mom, coaxed me into talking about it. So if you're over here because of this video, I want to see a bunch of thanks Mama Scoot in the comment section. Thanks Mama Scoot, you're the best. So I'm doing something different that I don't normally do on this channel. And if you've been following this channel for a bit, you know that I don't normally do this. But I watched a movie with
actors.
Yes, I know. It's not my normal forte, but you do know I do talk about movies like this all the time, or at least, movies with real people in there. If you follow Scooch, or if you not follow Scooch yet, go do that. I don't know why you haven't already. I haven't been on there in a minute. It's probably why you haven't, but still, go check them out. They're always really cool. I'm doing a video with them soon. Trust me, I am. I have seen Fear Street 1994, and if you know me and you know my taste in films, then you know I really enjoyed this film. In my opinion, this is a very good, fun film. There's not much else I can say other than this is good fun. Slasher films are always super fun to watch. Always. If you want more opinions on that, I have the same opinions whenever I talk about The Babysitter on Scooch. We did one podcast on The Babysitter 1 and 2. It was so good. I really enjoyed that episode. I really enjoyed The Babysitter. God, slasher films are so good, and shitty slasher films are so good, but they're not shitty. They're subpar. They're not even shitty. Fear Street is a film series based off of a book series by R.L. Stine. Does his name sound familiar to you? That's because he wrote Goosebumps, and we all know most kids probably got introduced to horror in the mid-2000s from Goosebumps. This Netflix series is set to be released weekly, with the first being 1994, then 1978, then 1666. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do all of these, but if this video does well, why not? This film follows Dina as she has to solve the mysteries of the murders, as she also has to deal with teenage drama. This entire film screamed slasher. Similar to a Scream or Child's Play, to the extent that they're playing with the genre a bit, but I didn't feel like this played with it enough. Even to the extent of The Babysitter 1 and 2, I thought played more absurd with the genre than this did. This kind of only turned the absurdity up slightly, which is kind of a letdown. They took it a bit more serious. As slasher films do, this starts off with the first victim, the first death scene, and this one happened to be with a girl named Heather. She was alone in the mall, had to close it up. Her first night closing it up by herself, she got a call from a guy named Ryan. Who's Ryan, you may ask? It's her hookup buddy. Or so she thought. Because when Ryan went away, this skull mask figure came out of the darkness and tried to kill Heather. And eventually, once he did start getting a good stabbing at her, in slow motion I might add you, which gave this a bit of a comedic effect. I'm not gonna lie, the slow motion did not sell it more, it gave it a comedic effect. But as he was stabbing her, she took off the mask and OMG, it's Ryan! Who'd have thunk it? But before any of this could mean any sense to you, he got shot in the head. Yep, that's it. As the beginning death scene, I thought this was pretty good, honestly speaking. Tropes were played with, and that's as much as I can like about it. I didn't think once the mask guy got her on the ground that she was going to be able to take the mask off to reveal that it was Ryan. I thought he was gonna be a suspect. I didn't think he was gonna be the killer. And then he got shot afterwards as well, which made you even more confused. What is this film gonna be about exactly? Dina's a teenager who hates Sam, whoever that is. Her brother and everybody at school is saying the same thing. Oh no, the shady side witch is at it again. Oh no. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was just a rumor spread around at the school. But no, spoiler alert, this witch is real, and it's actually possessing people to kill. It's the most fucking stupid thing I could ever think of to happen. It's so stupid. But it works. But we'll come back to that later. The districts, they want to hold an assembly for those fallen dead in the mall. So they do. They get the two schools together, Shady Side and Sunny Side. They're rivals. Can't you tell from their names? Dina hates Sam apparently because she moved to Sunny Side. Like a teenager has any say in whether she can go or not. Albeit she can still keep in contact with her, which she didn't. So in that sense, I guess you can be mad at her for that. But you said you're mad at her for moving, and that whole argument was because she moved and she can't really decide that. She's just a teenager. Why should she, what? Sam's hookup friend is this jock dude who's at Sunny Side. He's shown to be this big jerk. And with him being this big jerk... actually, long explanation short. Dina ends up throwing a cooler on this straight's car and ends up crashing him, Sam, and one of his friends into the woods. This teenage drama is stupid. If you watch this film for the entirety, it's stupid. So stupid. But it has a charm to it as well. Later on, when Dina and her brother Josh were home, there is this skull mask figure outside with a knife. We don't know why he's out there, but he's out there. Dina thinks it's Sam's BF being a big jerk again. Even her friends Kate and Simon have this altercation with the skull mask thing when it comes into their house and starts scavenging through their laundry. Like, what? Why would it do that? Why? So they, all pissed off, go to the hospital where Sam's located at and tell her to get her stupid jerk of a boyfriend away from our place. Like, dude, he doesn't need to be there, dude. Like, why is your fucking boyfriend around? But oh my god, he's been here this whole time. Oh no. But before we could process that even further, the skull mask guy comes in and kills the jerk boyfriend. What are we gonna do now, guys? We have no more suspects. This is going to get weird now, because when Dina takes off the mask of this skull mask figure, it's Ryan, the guy who died earlier at the beginning of the movie. And even Simon has his altercation in the alleyway or some street or somewhere where he heard the singing, like a siren as Mama Scoot called it. And this singing coming from this woman who tried to kill him, but they were able to escape in this ambulance that they stole. This is where the movie loses me for a bit, but it's also the only way I can see this having a trilogy to it and it not just be a one movie and done thing. With this witch being real, she sends her deceased killers after anybody who disturbs her, and when that jerk of a boyfriend crashed into the woods earlier and Sam went out the car, her hand fell into the dirt, and that just so happened to be the burial ground where the witch was buried. Sam disturbed the witch. The witch is after Sam and will stop at nothing to get what it wants. After multiple attempts of trying to escape, they come up with a plan to kill Sam temporarily. Yes, temporarily for some reason. And revive her later, but the temporary killing should stop the witch from coming after them. It should stop this entire thing because the witch would think it's dead now, right? Just think of like the Jotaro thing when Dio was trying to think it's dead. Just think of that, but for this movie with teenagers. But the plan can't continue right now because these kids have to fuck. Great inclusion in the film. Definitely was necessary. 100% was necessary. I 100% think this is the most necessary scene in the film. The plan was as good as a teenager's plan for this could be. Just OD on some drugs and we'll arrive you later with some EpiPens. That should work, right? Right? But, the plan wasn't that simple because, the killers got too close and they eventually ended up killing Kate and Simon. And Dina had to drown Sam in order for her to temporarily die. But everything did stop afterwards, so I guess it's okay? Happy ending, question mark? The sequel bait was some good shit though. It had the survivor of the last witch thing call them and tell them the witch will never stop. It is smart, it'll never stop coming after you. Ever. And that's when Sam stabbed Dina. To be continued. Overall, just like my opinions on The Babysitter, I thought this was stupid. Not to the extent of The Babysitter, because, these guys took themselves a bit more serious, but I like the absurdity in these films, I really do. This actually got some giggles out of me, like the first death scene. They, played him catching her and stabbing her in slow motion. How will that not be funny? When it comes to the overall plot of the trilogy, I'm trying to figure out how exactly it's going to work. Why is it a trilogy exactly? I can understand if it'd be 2 movies, but the second movie seems like it'll be mostly a flashback talking about the incident with the first lady that survived. The third one makes even less sense because it's titled 1666, the date that the witch was burned alive. Are you telling me they're going to come back in time somehow? How exactly will they end the curse that has been set upon Shadyside? I genuinely have no idea. I really don't. If you are wondering if you should watch this, yes, of course, I'd say yes to this in a heartbeat. This is just some fun, so much fun. Oh my god, I bet they had a blast making these. I really do. But yeah, that's basically it. I cannot believe my camera died on me. I genuinely cannot believe my camera died on me. That's some super duper horse poop. I cannot believe it died on me. But my opinions on this film, it was stupid. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. OMG, I giggled. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this actually. What are your opinions on Fear Street 1994? Did you watch it? Please let me know in the comments down below. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can because I really want to talk about this film more. It was really good. I'm probably going to end up talking about 78 and 1666 because I just want to now. I just want to talk about it more now. Why not? I just should. But yeah, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.